Hey guys, my name is Dylan with the anime summary. The story begins with our main character Kazuma, a young gamer, getting ready to leave in the morning to obtain a popular game that goes on sale. The next day off the bus, he is ecstatic that he finally got the game he wanted after 5 hours from his trip today walking on the side of the road home to play the new video game. He notices a girl from his high school about to get hit by a tractor and pushes her out of the way so he can take the brunt of the damage. Kazuma wakes up in a chair looking around confused about the situation. A spirit from the afterlife named Aqua explains to Kazuma that he has passed away due to what happened in the overworld. He demands to know what happened to the girl that he pushed away. Then Kazuma is shocked to know that the tractor stopped right before hitting him. Aqua starts making fun of Kazuma for the fact that he died of shock by the tractor. She plants seeds about what happened after he was rushed to the hospital. She cuts to the chase, giving him two choices, either to start a new life from square one or to go to heaven. Knowing that Kazuma doesn't like either choice, Aqua recommends him being summoned into a video game world. But since it's a different choice, being granted permission to bring one person of his choosing into the world. Aqua shows him a list of powers and equipment that are super OP to bring into the new world, but gets annoyed at the fact that he's taking so long to choose. He gets so angry at the fact that she is judging him and decides to take her to the video game world of his choosing. In the teleporter, Aqua is freaking out at the fact that she has to leave her job in tears. On the other hand, Kazuma is ecstatic that she has to suffer due to her ruthlessness. Kazuma is happy and joyful at the fact that the world they are in now is everything he would have wanted to do in video games. On the other hand, Aqua is devastated about everything that has transpired. She grabs Kazuma and starts shaking him constantly, causing a scene among the townspeople. He tells her to calm down, suggesting they go to the guild's house for help about starting out. Later that day, Kazuma and Aqua arrive at the Adventurers Guild. Inside, they are greeted by an adventurer that points them into the direction of the admissions desk. At the desk, Kazuma requests to become an adventurer and she replies by having them pay a fee to start. But Aqua and Kazuma realize they have no money and become sad about it sitting at a table. An old man from another table realizes their situation with the money and grants them gold coins to be able to sign up. After signing up with the front desk, she explains to them about their registration card having it show stats from the monsters that they slay over time. Then as they level up, they will earn skill points and will need to work hard to raise the levels. She tells Kazuma to place his hand over the ball to see his stats. It reveals that Kazuma has average stats across the board. For Aqua, the girl is shocked about her stats being all above average, being able to pick almost any class besides the mage. Everyone in the guild house cheers for Aqua and being hopeful that she will be the one to defeat the Demon King, with Kazuma being disappointed about his stats. The next day begins with Kazuma and Aqua both working hard on mining out rocks and making sure everyone has drinks and carrying rocks into bed, with having to live in a shed next to the horses day in and day out. Kazuma and Aqua, one night in the shed, they make a lot of noises to annoy the neighbor while working. The next day at the shed, Kazuma can't believe what type of living situation that they are in. Aqua wakes up and says good morning, but Kazuma can't stand that she woke up at like 12 p.m. and says that she's ready to go questing for monsters. They get hyped up for the day and get yelled at by the owner of the shed and apologize. At the fields, they go on a quest to slay 5 giant toads in 3 days, with Kazuma running away for his life from a giant toad. Kazuma pleads with Aqua to help him and agrees to help him. The toad starts to devour Aqua while she's not paying attention. After saving Aqua from the toad, she thanks him for saving her, and Kazuma suggests heading back to take a break and to get more gear to go back out. Later that day, Aqua fully charges at another toad, confident that she will take it down, and fails again. Then gets caught up in the toad's mouth, eventually together slaying the remaining toads to complete the quest. The next day at the tavern, Aqua and Kazuma are sitting by themselves, disappointed that it's been half a day since they put up a recruitment offer. Realizing this, suggests to Aqua that they lower it to not just the advanced jobs so that more people can join. A girl approaches them from behind, introducing herself as Megamine, an arch-wizard who can use explosive magic. Aqua notices her eye and asks if she is a crimson demon, and she informs them again that she is, being that her name is Megamine, and falls to the ground tired from not eating for 3 days. Kazuma toys with the eye patch from Megamine and flicks it back on her, hurting her. Aqua and Kazuma both get sick and tired of hearing her speak and give her a questionable expression. Back at the fields to fight more toads, Megumin informs them that her explosion magic will take time before it activates and that it's their job to distract the toads until she can cast magic. Megumin overhears their conversation about a goddess and Kazuma brushes Aqua off, which upsets her. She charges at a toad to prove to Kazuma that she can defeat one by herself but fails miserably and gets caught by the toad. Megumin finally gets her ability ready, casting the explosion magic on the purple toad and missing the target completely, falling to the ground exhausted. Kazuma jumps towards them with his sword to save them and finish the quest fully. On the way back to town, Megumin is piggybacking on Kazuma and vows to them that she will only use explosion magic, loving it very much even if she can only use it once per day. Kazuma thinks to himself on how much he has to go through with the both of them. She starts strangling her, suggesting that they form a contract and cause a scene among the townspeople. Kazuma struggles and Megumin pleads with him to take her as a party member and to not abandon her. Girls from the town are disappointed at Kazuma for everything that is going down and freezes up. Later that night at the guildhouse, Kazuma and the group return the quest back to the admissions desk for their reward, with being surprised going up 4 levels at once. She hands him all of the rewards through a tray and realizes that earning 110,000 iris split between the 3 of them is only 36,000 each. While Kazuma is mumbling to himself, a lady asks if he is still recruiting for his party. Kazuma turns around and is stunned about her looks and her being a knight, then she introduces herself as Darkness and begs him to let her join the party. She grabs his hand and questions if the girl from earlier covered in slime is a part of his party. Kazuma tries to persuade her away by talking about the party as a whole, but it only convinces her even more about joining. Kazuma gets flustered when she approaches him closer and they settle with having drinks for the night. The next day at the guild house, Kazuma woke up super late and opens the door to see Aqua doing magic tricks in front of people disappointed in her. At the bar, Kazuma is checking his card to know that since he has leveled up, can't decide on what he should upgrade with his skill points. Megumin gets hyped up wanting to teach Kazuma explosion magic with the extra skill points but calls her a little girl and changes the conversation. Then Megumin gets super sad at the fact that Kazuma called her that. Darkness appears at the bar wanting to have more conversations with Kazuma. When she requests to join the party, Kazuma immediately refuses and it flusters Darkness. One of Darkness's friends named Thief greets herself and wants to know if he would like to learn a new thief skill for the cost of a drink and agrees to do it and gets excited. After learning his new skill, they return back to the guildhouse and approach Aqua and Megumin. Darkness spills the beans to tell them about the new skill he got and gets embarrassed, then causes another scene with everyone and everything around them. Darkness requests again to join the party but then gets rejected again, and Kazuma thinks to himself that she's going to be persistent about it. They have a seat and Kazuma starts the conversation informing Darkness that their goal is to defeat the Demon King, trying to sway her away from joining their party as well as trying to convince Megumin to leave too, but both deny leaving and accept the fact that they're facing the Demon King together. At the town's tower, they announce to the adventurers to head to the front gate immediately, and the townspeople start evacuating to their spots. At the front gate of the town, a swarm of cabbages approaches them. They start charging at the cabbages, fiercely slaying each one by one, fast and efficient. The admissions desk from the gate offers to the group that for each head of the cabbage they will grant them 10,000 iris. Kazuma stares at everyone wondering if he should go home or not, but before doing so, Darkness wants him to see her abilities to get a better picture and utterly fails. She notices a bunch of adventurers getting brutally attacked by cabbages and takes the brunt of the damage and having her armor being ripped to shreds. Everyone around her stares at her intently and Megumin gets excited seeing all of the chaos and uses her one-time explosion to evaporate all the cabbages, putting an end to the madness. After slaying all of the cabbages, Kazuma is eating them and can't put into words what happened in front of the gate. Aqua congratulates Darkness and Megumin for their astounding efforts in defeating all of the cabbages. Megumin also compliments Aqua for her efforts healing all of the people and providing them with water in the battle. Then Aqua finally praises Kazuma for using his new use of the Thief and Lurk skill on the cabbages. Kazuma the next day learns a new skill, creating water dramatically, and pours himself a cup to drink. Aqua comes up asking to know how much he made off of the last quest, with his response being that he made 1 million Eris total, shocking the group. Aqua, knowing that he has lots of money now, she tries to be positive around him to get some of the cash. Then realizes that it won't work and pleads with him in tears, asking him to lend her some money since she used all of her money and owes some certain adventurers. Kazuma gives in, lending her money. Aqua thanks him for the money and hands it over to the group of people who she owes. Later the next day at night, back at the shed, Aqua and Kazuma are just chilling while she shows him her flowers that she's been making in the meantime. The day after, Megumin and Kazuma go to have her train her explosion magic on a mysterious castle, falling to the ground satisfied with her results. Eventually it becomes a daily routine even on cold rainy days, calm lunch days, early mornings, and even when it's snowing. Back at the guild house, Aqua is upset, being stressed about her current living conditions with Kazuma. The admissions desk call for an important announcement to the group to gather their equipment and head to the front gate immediately. Standing in front of them is the Headless Horseman that is one of the Devil King's generals. He freaks out about having his castle being blown up every day, demanding to know the person who has been doing it. Everyone assumes who the explosion magic user is and turns to Megumin. Who doesn't want to be blamed, she looks to another explosion user to avoid attention. Megumin, feeling guilty for putting the blame on someone else, steps up to the plate and admits that she was the one who did it. Megumin devises an act to try and persuade him to retreat, with Aqua approaching and challenging him as well. The Devil King General casts a spell to send someone's life in 1 week, launching it at Megumin, but gets intercepted by Darkness. Darkness gets up from the curse and gets excited, freaking out the Devil King General. Before leaving, he informs them that if they want to save their friend, to head to his castle and meet him at the top, and he will lift the curse from Darkness and vanishes away. After he leaves, Aqua uses a Sacred Break water spell on Darkness, relieving the curse from her body to set her free. The adventurers get hyped up from Aqua's abilities and ran to her feeling happy, leaving the rest of the party jealous and confused about what just happened. They ended off with Aqua showing them a magic trick with their water spells for the victory party. If you guys like what you saw, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you in the next video. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.